Stefan Lynch, seriously, whose cum is in my sock? Guys. Connor Walters, Cock Johnson versus Balls Mahoney in a no dick all balls match in DPW Super Bowl 69.
Confirm, Peter.
El Hijo de Dick the Cock Johnson versus Dick the Cock Johnson Jr. in a mask versus mask match, but the masks are condoms.
That's tremendous idea.
Johnny, thank you for the Street Fighter pops. My boys love them, but I need you to get checked because my whore wife has Dubai let pulse horny tweed.
What?
Master Chief Boyardee.
That's right.
For life, pasta style. Where were you when Reach fell, brother?
Oh, sorry, brother.
Dick the Cock Johnson voice. I am Dick the Cock Johnson, and I shit on my cocky little dick. My husband is dead. I don't want to remarry. I just want dick. Click here to see my pussy. Jump Ball Joe.
Tony, you might have to read these every week.
You couldn't pay me enough to stick corn out my Johnson the long way extra style. What the fuck is wrong with every one of you? I have been reinformed. Fuck, I cannot talk now. This sentence is fucked up. I have been reformed in Right to Censors 2.0 no longer has Dick the Cock Johnson. I'm now Richard the Phallus Johansson. The OG Riz Meister clipping, clopping those cheeks tribal style because I got that 1+ charisma dress on. Josh King,
you
Justin Evans
is tremendous.
Jack
I don't even want to talk during it.
I heard the Dick the Cock Johnson.
Come on, Tony, give it some business.
I heard
here.
that Dick the Cock Johnson shares a bank account with his mother, Sojo Bolt.
Sojo. All right, now it's time to get into the retro review for the show. ECW Hardcore TV's final episode from December 30th, 2000. And before we get into the show, let's take a look back at the Observer notes from around this time.
Ooh,
I tried to focus, Tony, I tried to focus these around ECW because obviously this is the last TV show airing. ECW Guilty as Charged is right around the corner, which is their final pay-per-view. So I'm trying to get into a little bit more of talk about, the end of the, just before, like, no one knows it's going away yet, but they kind of know.
Yeah, well, we have, I guess I'll wait till you do the Observer stuff to really talk about ECW. Okay. It kind of, when we get in the show, we can talk about it as well. I just kind of want to, reminisce about, the final times of ECW of stuff. So, yeah, let's see what they got going on.
In ECW news here, we got a lot of ECW stuff here. The news wasn't much brighter for ECW on a much smaller scale this past week. Short term, once again, the paychecks didn't come, and a horrible sign was the November 15th house show at the former Madhouse of Extreme, the Elks Lodge in Queens. While it sold out, the 800 seats failed to overflow with standing room as it usually did in the past, with tickets jacked up to $40 and $60. At this point, many of the wrestlers are close to being in a panic. Others were said not to be, since technically paychecks weren't due for this pay period until next week, but they are 7 weeks behind. If they don't come by the end of the coming week before Christmas, a lot of people will start to worry, particularly since the idea of this show was to raise needed revenue. So things are not looking great. But at this point, they're like, nobody, like, even here in December, nobody's like, oh, this is like done. There's definitely questions being raised, like why there's only a couple dates on
you
there,
hear like those DVDs with the ECW guys and stuff.
Yeah.
They always say, well, it was never, like, we never thought it was going to end. Like, how could it end?
In more ECW news, New Jack's situation is up in the air right now because he's telling everyone he's through with wrestling for good, partially over the money problems and partially over the stress of the business. Heyman didn't want him on the next 2 shows, and he didn't book him for the Queen show because of an alleged problem with the State of the Light Commission stemming from the pay-per-view, and something with a daughter of the commissioner, which Jack denied. I don't know what that is. Heyman thought to defuse the problem, it was better for everyone concerned if New Jack didn't show up for the show and came to just shoot promos afterwards. He came to the show anyway. Heyman also didn't want him in Philadelphia as a punishment for working an ECW arena show for Jersey All Pro Wrestling. During an argument with Heyman, and this was well before the incident that took place later in the evening, New Jack told Heyman he was quitting the business, which is where that story came from, which at the time people thought was simply something said in an argument, although at press time he still says he's through. So 2000 New Jack is saying he's done, but he wrestles for he wrestles up until he fucking dies.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
pretty
right.
sure.
Yeah,
right. Like,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure he like even at least I don't know if he wrestled during like pandemic, but he definitely wrestled like a year or two before that because I remember he did something with like Tremont in Jersey.
Yeah.
ECW is producing a new video game for Acclaim, which obviously does not happen and turns into I'm pretty sure it's the Legends of Wrestling games.
Oh yeah, it was. It was the same
Yeah, I
engine
think
and
so.
everything. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where that goes. So I'm pretty sure the first because there's some ECW guys in the first Legends of Wrestling. I'm pretty sure RVD and Sabu are in it. Unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure that's what it was though. It was supposed to be the ECW game, the Legends of Wrestling game. Which I mean, how much of those games did you play? You play much of the Legends of Wrestling?
I think I played the first one, and then I was like, oh, this one's not very good, so I won't play the other one.
Yeah, there's 3, I think, right? 1, 2, and Showdown, I think is what it is.
Yeah, I think so.
They're okay. They have like a story mode thing that's not like horrible. It's just the control scheme is kind of weird, but they're cute little wrestling games. They're not horrible by any means. They're just a little clunky.
Mm-hmm.
Clunky is probably the best way I could fucking put them.
Oh, by the way,
yes?
I was looking up like the ECW game, and I just found out that Rockstar almost made an ECW game in 2000.
I did hear about that. Yeah, I feel like Tommy Dreamer was fucking talking about that recently. That like Rockstar was like making a pitch to do like a wrestling game. I don't know if I guess it was with ECW, which I can't fucking think of how that would have went.
They said there's Kevin Gill is talking.
Oh, because Kevin Gill had a lot of involvement he was like doing a lot of video game
He
stuff.
said, I actually put together a deal for Rockstar Games to do ECW video game. I had put together a deal where Paul Heyman had a series of meetings, and one weekend I rented a van and brought the whole Rockstar team, like 15-passenger van, and brought everyone to an ECW arena in Philly to see it in person.
Wow.
I think that was in like 98 or something.
Because Kevin Gill was heavily involved in the backyard wrestling games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the one thing I fucking... God, I mean... I probably would have been happy if the Legend of Wrestling games was an ECW game. Like I fucking hated the ECW games.
Yeah,
I
me
fucking
too.
that fucking Acclaim
I hated
engine.
the whole Acclaim engine. They were all
I hate the Acclaim games. I fucking hate. Johnny Yuma loves the Acclaim games. Johnny Yuma is fucking wrong. Those games fucking suck.
I remember used to like playing them, and I thought they were cool at the time, but then like No Mercy, Revenge, all that stuff came out, and it was like way better.
Warzone I'll give a pass to, because Warzone I think was fine. Attitude I fucking thought sucked. I fucking
what I liked in
Attitude.
Attitude was like create a pay-per-view and create an arena thing. I thought that was pretty cool, doing that kind of stuff.
Every shitty game has its positives.
Yeah.
But fuck man. If there was just an ECW game that wasn't on that engine, that'd been fucking sweet. Especially like all the hardcore shit. I'm sure they could have did a lot of cool stuff. Like I wish there was a reality where we had WCW, WWF, and ECW all on that fucking Aki engine.
Oh yeah, that would have been incredible.
Oh my god, that would have been so fucking sick.
Incredible. But yeah, back to this ECW game thing. So basically, Dreamer claims that they were waiting to see if GTA would be a success, which doesn't sound 99. And then they did
way. Tommy Dreamer, they were waiting for. I mean, I guess it could, but like, no fucking way, dude.
I guess
way.
I guess Grand Theft Auto 1 might have not been like a crazy IP for them back in the day.
No, but like. I don't know, man.
I mean, maybe in hindsight, looking at it, that's funny to say, but maybe at the time,
sure, yeah, I guess, yeah.
Because,
but like why is that the one? Like, Rockstar had other games.
Yeah, if that was true, that's hilarious. But yeah, that would have been a crazy thing that. They were
that
just
would
waiting
have
to
been
see
super
Rockstar. I guess there was like a bidding war or some going. They were claiming. I don't know.
I mean, ECW would have lined up pretty well with GTA. That actually probably would have been fun as hell.
Yeah, and if they would have like that engine or whatever. That would be crazy.
Yeah, holy fuck.
Wow.
Luckily, nobody understands Spanish version of ECW. Tajiri, in doing a promo on Hardcore TV a few weeks ago about Super Crazy, said the English equivalent of "fucking Mexican, fuck your mother," because you are a man who knows that your wife is fucking someone else, and you act like you don't know so you won't lose her.
What in the hell?
That is Tajiri talking, of course. I also have some for the one after this, but I'm gonna save that for the end because it's more about kind of the MS, like the stuff with the TV channel. Right out. So this is like, what is this? A week after the show airs. In ECW news, citing a number of factors, including the enormous pressure he's been under over the past year, the large company debt, and what he sees as the future landscape of the business, Paul Heyman said he was in serious negotiations to sell either a majority share or all of ECW. Heyman, who said his views have changed greatly over the past 3 months, said that he's recognized the company at the size it is, or even the shape it was, couldn't survive the rapidly changing pro wrestling landscape, saying it's the world of big boys and the independent operator simply can't compete. Heyman, 35, said he would be receptive to walking away from the business if the right offer came, saying the offer would have to guarantee a major cable clearance, clear up the company debt, which is at between $4 million and $6.5 million, depending upon how one wants to figure it, and also said the company has $2 million in accounts receivable, much of it being pay-per-view money from In Demand that is yet to arrive for the shows already completed. The situation with ECW and the MSG Network is unclear at press time. ECW is not listed in several TV listings in the New York area for MSG Network on January 6th in its regular 1 a.m. time slot, which I do remember because Philly also showed it at 1 a.m. on, I'm pretty sure it was on Fridays. I don't know if 1/6 was a Friday here, but I remember watching ECW real late on Fridays, which would be the go-home show before the pay-per-view. Important not only because the show is in New York, but because New York is the company's key TV market. According to Paul Heyman, it is going to air. He said that ECW, which exists on the station as paid programming, believed to be costing ECW more than $4,000 per week, just agreed to send payment in 2 weeks ago and was late in agreeing to renew because of financial problems, so it wasn't being listed as airing in schedules sent out by MSG. However, as late as January 2nd, 2 different spokespeople from MSG Network said that the show was canceled because a deal hasn't been made, but it was indicated the door wasn't closed on such deal. They are not on unless they're working on getting on without my knowledge, said Scott Finley of MSG Network Programming. As of right now, they are not on the schedule. So there very well could be an episode or 2 of ECW Hardcore TV that didn't air, but was made.
They probably have it in the vault at WWE somewhere.
That would be, I would love, I mean, because I imagine it's nothing like crazy. Like, it's probably just, the rest of the tapings that they did there. But that's just, like, super interesting that there's, like, 2 shows that have, like, maybe, like, 6 matches that just doesn't exist. Like, no one is fucking seeing this unless you went to the show.
Yeah.
I wonder, like, if we can find, like, the taping, like, results from that, like, set and see, like, what was left off.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Because then you could probably figure out what they would put on the show.
Yeah, what was the date on that, did you say?
It was supposed to air on January 6th, but I don't know when. This episode aired December 30th. It was in New York, so I don't know. There might have been because I imagine they taped a decent amount at one time over a weekend, right?
Here, Guilty as Charged. I see that. That was January.
That's the pay-per-view.
January 7th. So they taped it on January. Oh, it was supposed to air on January.
It was
6th.
supposed to air January 6th.
Oh,
yeah.
like right before. It never.
The night before.
Never aired.
It didn't air. Yeah. Yeah, but there's a few things about ECW from the week after the last one I read that I will read at the end here. So let's get into the review.
Ooh, EC Dub.
All right, here we go. ECW Hardcore TV final episode, December 30th, 2000. We start off hot here. James would have loved this. Danny Doring and Roadkill coming out.
Chickens.
The ECW Tag Team Champions. Joey Styles intros the show here, putting over the champs coming out. And we go immediately backstage where we see Cyrus sitting back there.
Yes, before you get in this is a trick they used to do in ECW all the time. It started with a match, and then it goes